So, would you like to be liberated? Yeah? Yeah? Good. Then keep watching my video because I actually have an answer that will work for you. My name is Ivy. I am a loving devotee of Lord Krishna. I have given my entire life, devoted my life to helping those who are ready to know the absolute truth about themselves and God. All of what I learn comes from the Vedas. The Vedas are about 5,000 years old. I want to always keep this knowledge as pure and original as possible because so much has been distorted. I educate myself through Swami Prabhupada's books as well as the Bhagavad Gita. This video will center a lot around civilization and what they can do, what we can all do as a whole to transcend ourselves. So civilization and transcendence. Before I found Krishna, I do remember there being a lot of talk of a new age. And the spiritualist movement, or the new age movement, they often say this, and this idea has grown. We are currently in the age of Kali Yuga. In the age of Kali Yuga, it is actually in Vedic literature considered the age of quarrel and hypocrisy. The way we are going right now, though there are so many people open to a spiritual practice, there are so many people ready to find God, to create that union, that love. What is happening right now is that human society has lost religious practice. We are on our way to allowing religion to practically vanish. Human beings are on a path to creating a world that does not have religious principles. As a tarot card reader, I work with a lot of people. I've had many clients explain to me that they do not like organized religion. Many of them went to church when they were younger, or maybe they're forced to go to church. They didn't like it. I'm gonna ask you right now, what is religion exactly? Because you think organized religion, that's one thing. But what is just religion? Religion is teaching one how to know and love God. That is the purpose of religious practice. There are countless ways to do this. I'm just sharing with you my way. I'm going to repeat that again. Listen, real religion is the process of teaching us how to love God, Krishna. I want you to imagine that you're sitting there with a pet, your dog maybe, and you look down at your dog and you start talking to your dog about Jesus Christ, and how Jesus Christ has saved you, how he has impacted your life. Your dog is not going to have any attachment to what you're saying. What separates us from animals is that we have the ability to create this loving relationship with Krishna. The goal of human life is liberation. The goal of human life is to find genuine love for God, for Krishna. Swami Prabhupada, he explains that humans are actually on their way to basically becoming animals themselves. All people want to do is mate, eat, and sit around. To quote him, he says, "Human society without religion is an animal society." Why are so many of us unhappy? Why are so many of us depressed? Why are we never satisfied? It is because we no longer have religious principles. In Vedic literature, it is stressed that the goal of human life is self-realization. And this is 5,000-year-old, maybe older information. Religion has been misused, period. Falling in love with God, in love with Krishna, is necessary for human society. We have no conception of God. We have lost the value of religion. So what I speak of, the path of bhakti, the path of love and devotion, being a devotee of Lord Krishna. This is a religion for all. This is a universal religion. This is how it was meant to be, a God that unites all gods and goddesses, a religion that unites all religions. This is for everyone. Krishna consciousness is for everyone. We have to release these ideas of what religion has to be. At the same time, you cannot just concoct your own religion. I know it may sound dreadful. Maybe you think back to church, like the 10 Commandments. I mean, I was Mormon. There were a lot of rules. We weren't even supposed to have caffeine. So I understand wanting to hang on to that idea of religion. But let it go just for a little bit, even if it's just for a little. And I want you to try to hear me out. Look at it my way. The Bhagavad Gita, Vedic literature, does not mention organized religion ever. People associate the Bhagavad Gita with Hinduism. The Bhagavad Gita never mentions Hinduism. There's nothing wrong with being Hindu, nothing wrong with being Muslim, Christian. Krishna consciousness is for all of them. This is how it was intended to be. We all deserve happiness. We all deserve transcendence. It is our God-given right to know and love Krishna, the part of him that is seated within our hearts, the part of him that is seated within every single one of us. And he's just waiting for you to open up, for you to reach out. A piece of him just for you. Krishna consciousness goes beyond thinking of enlightenment. In fact, it kind of makes enlightenment seem just like a word. There is a life that you can live where you experience not just happiness, but transcendence. You really can, within this lifetime, experience heaven on earth. I feel myself getting closer and closer and closer to it the more and more I devote myself, and the more I practice, and the more I love. This practice teaches you how to make every moment of your life sacred, an expression of your love. That's my religion. You may be wondering why we have disconnected like that, and it's because we have gone through our lives thinking of ourselves as our bodies. You are not your body. You are an individual spirit soul. An individual, as in once you pass, you are still an individual soul. Many believe that you just kind of disperse and become one with everything. No, you are an individual. You are special. You're unique. You have existed since the beginning of time. And in this lifetime, this could be the lifetime that you return to Godhead. If you choose. There can be very, very little self-realization when you continue to think of yourself as your body. We are addicted to material pleasures because when you don't know Krishna, when you don't know the love of God, what feels better than sex, drugs, caffeine, money, getting that job promotion, a new car, material happiness? It's not real. We're living a lie. So what do you do? What do I do? In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, as he's speaking to his friend Arjuna, he says to him, hang on, let me read the quote. Give up all varieties of concocted religion and simply surrender unto me. Just surrender. You know, I will tell you, the Bhagavad Gita, as you go through it, he names countless ways to find him. And then in the end, he's like, you want to know a secret? Just surrender unto me. It is not our fault that over time, the religious systems have fallen apart and we have lost sight of ourselves as individual souls. That's not our fault. However, you do have a choice to wake up. It takes strength to surrender. It takes strength to say that you can't control this anymore. It takes strength to go and to jump into the unknown, to fall in love with Krishna, to fall in love with your God. But it's so worth it. Because of corruption in this age, people taking advantage of other spiritual leaders not really being godly, because of that, we have been gifted a way where us as individuals can obtain liberation and find the love of Krishna. It is called the Hare Krishna mantra. It used to be way back when, you had to do a lot. You had to give a lot. You had to offer almost everything. However, because this is an age where we're lazy, we have been gifted this mantra. This is the first step to the path of bhakti, the path of living a life of love and devotion. Listen, chanting that mantra, the vibration of it purifies you from within. And Krishna will come to you and he will instruct you. That is why I share the mantra, because I trust with all of my heart and soul that any individual that chants it will come face to face with Krishna, with God. And he will instruct you the whole way. He will purify you. He will help you go through the process of rebirth. He will do that. I promise, and it is Krishna's promise, that he will come to you. The Vedic system has explained that basic principles of religion are statements that have been made by God himself. Again, we cannot just concoct religious principles because we don't know. Reminder, this is for everyone, Christian, Muslims, that spaghetti monster religion. Everyone should take to Krishna consciousness. Everyone should take to Krishna consciousness, and all you have to do is chant that mantra. Krishna consciousness can also be called Christ consciousness, God consciousness, whatever you want to call it, chant that mantra. I think there has been a misconception that meditation, the yogic system, is meant to take us away from reality. That is not what was originally intended. The mantra helps you become immersed into the moment. Whereas when you're meditating, when you open your eyes and you go about your day, what happens? You can chant all the time, anywhere you want, for as long as you want. And watch how it transforms you. You need to find out where your love for Krishna is. Where is your love for God? Where is it? You know? And that's something that only you can know, only you can find. This is your inner truth, your personal loving relationship with Krishna. Chant the mantra. Again, I want to mention that Vedic civilization stressed that the most important goal of human life is the realization of the self. I think the term self-realization, along with awakening, things like that, they have been misinterpreted. We gotta stop making up our own stuff. I will be discussing the Vedas and Krishna consciousness on my channel a lot. I love speaking of Krishna. I cannot imagine doing anything else with my life. He has saved me. He has completely transformed me. I have been reborn. He did that for me. And this isn't to brag. I'm not a teacher. I'm a devotee. And as a devotee, I need to share this with you because I love Krishna with all of my heart. A love that I could never even conceive of. And it's real. It's the only thing that I know is true. The love between me and Krishna. Hear me say this. Every entity is eternal. You are an individual spirit soul. I encourage you with all of my heart to please explore this. If we are eternal and Krishna is eternal, think about it. The separation between Krishna and us is an illusion. I have to say again, he is seated within your heart. Just as a reminder, always keep in mind that only you can measure your spiritual advancement. No one else. No one. And if it doesn't change your life, you can message me and be like, this did not change my life. And I'll tell you I was wrong. So take some time, express your openness to him, whether you sit down and talk to him, try out some scripture, write him a letter, whatever you gotta do, whatever you feel called to do to connect with Krishna, but do not leave out that mantra. Chant that mantra. This mantra was a gift a very special gift to save all of us. I really believe that if everyone were to practice this, we would actually be able to live in a peaceful world. So again, do you want liberation? Are you tired of suffering? We all are. Chant the mantra.